Then what
You could give me forever to think about it.
What value did your dad add to your life? No, it's really like you got to. So he never paid for nothing. He never did.
I mean, he probably paid for some stuff.
All right. So what about if you did you ever feel like if you was in danger, you can call your dad?
For sure.
All right. So
1000%.
So you got a personal bodyguard for your whole entire life growing up. There's a lot of ladies that didn't have that. So you might have didn't get the words of wisdom, but his presence alone protected you in ways that you couldn't even see. So you feel me? So it's like every man don't got the capacity to articulate and deliver and do these things, but that don't mean I'm telling you, like the presence of a man alone changes the whole entire landscape of a woman's life. And social media tries to take that element out. And I'll explain to you how.
I agree with that statement for sure.
I'm telling you, down to look at it like this, right? I said it, it ain't like you're gonna get into too many physical altercations. You're like, I would hope not, right? But the presence of a man prevents that as well. Prevention is a motherfucker. Because why do you think the fucking president has Secret Service? They not on the job all day shooting, killing, like ducking from, but their presence alone stops people from trying the president. Like a man could have nothing. He could be just dressed with nothing in his pockets and just walk down the street with you. And your day-to-day experience will be different just from that alone. So that don't mean that that's enough. But I'm just saying it's always something that a man.
I mean, it's not only just presence. If, let's say a father has a good reputation, whomever his children are, if they're walking out and about without him, other people will seek to also make sure that they're protected. If a woman has, the favor of community or men in her community, then men that would likely do other women harm would steer clear of her just because of the reputation of the men that she associates herself with. So many times don't even need to be with a man in your presence. If the folks around you understand who already got you, they will steer clear as well. So you're definitely protected in ways that you don't see.
I don't want to call complete bullshit on this. However, what I will say is, I had, my life had no like significant impact from like my father being around.
Wow.
That I knew of.
We can tell.
And that matters, because when she answered like that, he was like, but he protected you. But what positive, like, what did he teach her? What life lessons? What relationship did she have? It's the same thing as guys being like, well, he don't beat or cheat on you, but that doesn't make a good man.
It does.
I want you all to understand that fathers for girls, like, I don't know what fathers for boys, like, I don't know what men need from their fathers, what boys need from their fathers. But for a girl, there needs to be a relationship there. You need to know how to be treated just on a base level. And if your father never imparts that on you, then that is also damaging. Now, after my father passed, I learned that he threatened every dude in the neighborhood, stay away from my daughter. He did do that. He was completely absent from me. But listen, apparently he was somebody and people respected him. I did not, because he didn't build that relationship with me. So maybe it's sort of a, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. I don't know what to tell you, but I do appreciate that he protected me without me even going on. He had his ear to the street and he told them dudes to stay away from his daughter. I get it. I respect it. But there's another relationship that you need to have with your father, that you need to have with a man. You can't just not cheat, pay the bills, and not beat her. Like, there is more to a man than that. And if you don't have any more to give than that, then you need to stay away from people and definitely don't have children.
Did you guys hear what she said? There is more to give. It's never enough for them. She's saying she didn't know what her father did until she was 40, only to find out he was protecting behind the shadows. Like, if your father was protecting you from men and was telling men to leave you alone, he doesn't have to come and tell you, hey, daughter, I'm protecting you. I'm telling men to stay away from you. And this is the problem with living being so privileged that you don't even realize the privileges that you have. You know, women think if a person doesn't sit down with them and go back and forth with emotions, oh my God, I'm so sorry, tell me how you feel. Women feel that if a man doesn't do that, then he doesn't care. We are living in a time where women are saying a man protecting and providing is not, it doesn't make a good man. They need somebody who's perfect. They literally need you to bend over backwards for them and do some magic for them to believe you're a good man. I'm telling you guys, women these days don't believe a man providing and protecting is not a good man. They believe that's not enough. There's more they need you to do, which I don't know, because even if you do that more, they'll still be like, what more can you do?
Well, do you feel like you understood his point fully, in your opinion?
I understood it, but like I said, there is a whole other relationship dynamic that needs to happen. I respect who he was to other people, but he wasn't that to me. He didn't put that amount of effort in his own child.
Maybe
and even men that I date, there is an amount of effort that goes into a man gaining respect from other men, but they don't do anything to gain respect from their woman except for pay some bills and fight off imaginary intruders. I get it. Like, I'm not telling y'all that y'all mean nothing in those areas.
That's what you're
but
saying.
That is an incomplete man. You need to be more than that. But
how would you know who a complete man is? If you're saying your father wasn't perfect, you're never going to see any man as perfect. Because guys, believe it or not, women are comparing you to their fathers. You know how women say men compare them to their mothers, or they want a woman who's like their mother, right? Women compare you to their father. So in her case, she doesn't believe her father did enough. Guess what? She will never believe any man can do enough. Because that's what she has in her head. Her father didn't do enough. So even if you do enough, she will always be like, I need you to do more. I need you to do more. I need you to do more. It will never be enough because her father, in her own words, didn't do enough.
Still respect it. Like, I can see both sides. I can respect that, but I can also say you need to be more as a man.
It's more.
Just so
more
we're clear,
more.
Can you tell me? Because just so we're on the same page, can you tell me what his point was? Or the way that you interpreted it?
What I got from that is that a man's presence a lot of times is all that's needed for us to be safe, or for the surroundings or the people that he is around to be safe.
That's not what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree.
Yeah. So what I got something completely different from that. So what I got from it was that oftentimes, maybe women, maybe daughters, maybe sons, right, may feel like they wanted a lot more from their father. But I think that he was just speaking to the perspective of, even though you may have wanted and yearned for more, there still are things and ways that he did show up for you that maybe you didn't even know, or maybe you just didn't even realize.
Yes.
Which is not to say that he couldn't have done more, but it was just to acknowledge maybe you didn't realize that he was there in this way, and just to articulate that.
I get it. I promise I get it.
No, you don't.
But being a woman, having lived through life, I would much rather would have had him actually show up and teach me things and impart wisdom. I really would have. But it is what it is. Like, I can't go back and change it. Like, I'm not mad about it or anything, but I see when he was talking, I understand what he's saying, but we cannot downplay the fact that other part is necessary, especially for the relationships between men and women. That's why we are where we are, because everybody wants to say, well, at least he was protecting you. Okay.
See, it's never enough. It's never enough. Let's just admit that women want more and more and more. They never get enough. It's never enough. You guys have seen the meme on social media that the woman will ask a man for the world, the man will deliver the world, and then the woman will ask for the stars and the moon, and then tomorrow she will ask for God, and then the next day they'll keep asking for more and more. And so many people have said this, and I think I heard this from CGA. For those guys who know CGA, he says that everything you do for a woman, every good deed you do for a woman, okay, you treat your woman right, you're doing right, but she only remembers it the time you do today. For example, if you give your woman $1 million today, in 6 months, she won't remember you gave her $1 million. In 6 months, if she wants $500, but you can't give it to her, even if you gave her $1 million 6 months ago, she won't remember that you gave her $1 million. If you refuse to give her $500 in 6 months' time, she will be concerned with the fact that you didn't give her $500. She will forget that $1 million you gave her 6 months ago. It's crazy. She will call you the worst husband, the worst boyfriend, because you refuse to give her the $500, even if 6 months ago you gave her so much money. So, meaning whatever you do for a woman, she only remembers it at that time. Once the next day comes around, another example, even if you give her $1 million today, and tomorrow she asks you to get her flowers, and you tell her, baby, I'm busy, I can't get you flowers, she will say you're the worst person in the world because you don't care for her, you don't love her. You guys know what I'm talking about.
If you looked at this outside of the lens from your personal childhood, I think that it would be easier to see what his point was, which was that it wasn't that presence is enough, it was that the presence mattered. Even though you didn't get the rest of what you wanted, his presence still mattered. That because she said, I couldn't think of anything that my father did for me. He was there, but he was around. That presence matters. It's almost like the things you can't see can be valuable. You can't see the air in your lungs, but it's still valuable to you. Exactly. You didn't benefit directly from your father's presence because it wasn't known to you and how you benefit. That doesn't mean that you're not benefiting from it.
Or maybe that's what
like those conversations he has with people about you that you're not privy to, like maybe with your mom, people in the neighborhood, your teachers, or someone he spoke to on your behalf, you still benefit from that. And just because you didn't benefit in the way that you would have liked to, doesn't necessarily mean he's less of a man.
It's a perception.
It's more just he's less of a father.
It's a perception.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I agree.
I figured you would. I wanted to pose it to you that way.
I think that this is a cultural issue, the perspective here, because I don't know too many men of other cultures that can call themselves men if they're not good fathers. So, I mean, not a good father to your children. I mean, that's crazy. I have a father and I have a stepfather, a very loving stepfather, an amazing stepfather. So the projection can stop. But I know that those kind of men are not common. They're simply not, especially in our community. Black women are the least protected and the most disrespected women on the planet. Oh, and here we go with the huffing and puffing, even though Black women lose their lives at a higher rate than any other group of women out there.
You told us
by the hands of who? The hands of men that look like us. Romantic partners, fathers, brothers, cousins, uncles. Doesn't sound like protection to me.
You told us not to
I think we obviously need more good fathers, good husbands, good uncles, good cousins. Somebody doesn't have to be related to you to be a good person in your life. They don't have to be related to you to be to leave a good impression in your life, or to be a good guardian, or to be a good friend, whatever. But the numbers don't lie. So I think that's crazy to tell somebody that they benefited from their father not being as present as expressed to need. Obviously, your children being aware that you're around matters. Doesn't matter if you showed up at the back of the crowd during their wrestling match where they couldn't fucking see you. If they didn't see you, you weren't there. Like, I don't get it. The presence matters. Children seeing you show up, children seeing you participate in what they care about children seeing you support them, children seeing, knowing that you're coming home every night, reading to them and helping them with their homework and taking them to the extracurriculars, that stuff matters. Saying that you want to be there is not enough. Being there once in a while is not enough. So yeah, if you want to be a protector, you have to be present, you have to be useful, and you have to be consistent. So
In my opinion,
I mean, before she goes, didn't they tell the man they don't need protection from a woman? Have they, for 30, 40, maybe even 50 years, they've been screaming, we can do everything a man can do? They've been telling men, we make our own money, we're independent, we don't need you. They've been telling men, I can raise the kids all by myself, I don't need a man. I'm a strong woman, I don't need your protection. I could have sworn they've been screaming that. I swear to God, I could have sworn them, and this is the same woman who probably would scream later. She's an independent woman. She doesn't need a man. Now they're saying men don't protect Black women. Like, they can't have it both ways. You either need men, you either want to be submissive to men, therefore the man should protect you and provide, or you don't need men, you're strong and independent, you got your own money, you don't need a man for nothing, or you can do what a man can do. You can't have it both ways. You cannot scream men don't protect you, and then at the same time scream independence. You can't have it both ways, ladies. No.
he's saying is actually
What's up, Skinny?
the fact that he doesn't have to be present for his presence for it to matter. I think a lot of women tend to minimize and devalue a man's presence and the effect of it because they think that a man is going to do what they do.
Exactly.
The fact of the matter is in a traditional type of situation with the woman being with the kids and the man being out working, he's not getting home until after he gets off of work.
And the kids are sleeping.
And even at that, he's coming home. Most men, when they come home, they're interacting with their children, not to the way that the woman may think they should emotionally interact with them, but they're still present. A lot of like, if you tell a kid, I'm going to call your father, he doesn't even have to be present for a child to straighten up.
They will know
because they know that something is going to happen.
The dad doesn't.
There's consequences. So then she was like, my dad didn't really do nothing for me. He bought me things and gave me things, but he didn't really do nothing for me. But then he gave the example, well, if you were in trouble, would your dad defend you? She was like, oh yeah, like no doubt. She was like, yes. Mm-hmm. It even, there was like no pause or anything like that. She just knew that if she was in trouble, he was going to show up and show out. So that's the value of a man's presence and absence. I think a lot of women devalue that, even to the point of saying that it's not even sufficient enough. Majority of men who are working, a lot of women don't understand that if you want a working man, then you need to also know what type of environment you're going to be in. Exactly. But because they begin to have resentment and bitterness toward the man who's absent because he's working, because you want him to pay bills.
Exactly.
Now you devalue he's not showing up the way you think that he should show up.
Skinny, she's cooking.
And I think that's a reflection of women's selfishness.
Black women have always worked.
Okay, so what's the issue?
Black women are the only group of women that have not collectively had the luxury of being stay-at-home wives. So I'm completely confused on what you're talking about.
So here in 2020,
white women were being teachers. White women used to work. They used to do farming. All women used to work from time memorial. They just didn't used to stay in the house the whole time. All women used to work. But again, Black women have been telling Black men, we don't need you. We can make our own money. I'm independent. They scream it every single day. So only a foolish man would try to provide for a woman who just told him, I don't need you. I don't need your money. I make 6 figures. They literally come on the internet and scream, I don't need a man who works a 9 to 5. I need a man who has his own business. I want an entrepreneur, because these days every Black woman has a business, right? They're all entrepreneurs. They're all making 6 figures. They all go to Cabo and they go to Cancun and Jamaica and Dubai 3 times, 4 times a year, right? All of them fly first class. For some reason, all black women on the internet make six figures and they're richer than black men. They don't want the average man. We know that. They've been telling us for so long. So only a foolish man would try to provide and protect for a woman who just told him, I don't need you.
26. So here in 2026, women of all cultures work.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, go ahead.
They clocking in out of jobs just like their husbands. They clocking in the morning and clocking in and clocking out at night just like their husbands. They're contributing to the bills just like their husbands. Majority of black men are not providing solely for the household. They're not. So if she can come home and still be a parent and be hands-on with their children, there's no reason why he can't. Again, I think this speaks to culture. It's going to look different to somebody of a different culture where that's more common for only the father to be working and providing.
It's mostly not common anywhere. Only 3 out of 4 married women work. That's 75%. So it's like most women work. And the idea of a stay-at-home wife only happened in a particular time. It's not normal. Most women worked. It just is what it is. It's this fantasy of being a stay-at-home wife is not an actual normal
It's not a real thing.
Most people work. Now, what I find actually a little bit funny is the men that make less than black men, which would be Hispanic men on average, they have the highest amount of stay-at-home wives, meaning that it's not actually a money situation. It's not the fact that they can't provide. It's actually that they have somebody that is compromising.
That respects them.
Are you Hispanic, Naomi?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay. Well, again, that just proves my point that the perspective
point?
is different for a reason. You just admitted that most women work. So again, if they can work and pay bills and be hands-on, then there's no excuse. There's no.
Can I add something?
So
Can I add
majority of-
something?
Well, wait, hold on, Bo. I said most women work. You were making it out as if it is black women that are mostly working. I came to challenge because you said it was a culture.
All
You said
women
it
are
was a
always work.
cultural thing, and I'm letting you know that most cultures across the board, the woman works.
Yes.
Go ahead, Bo.
In today's society, yes, absolutely.
it's been
But
like
back in
the
the
whole
day,
time.
that wasn't as common.
It's been like that for decades.
No,
I just-
no, it hasn't. Black women
I just
are the
wanna
only
add-
ones, like I said, that collectively have not been able to be stay-at-home moms. We have always worked side by side with our men.
All
We have
women have
75%
always
of
worked.
married women work.
I'm sorry?
I just would like
75% of
like
married
to
women
add.
work, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so then there is
If
no
I could
excuse
just
of a man
add
working all day and not
All
contributing
right, so let Bo add.
to children.
Let Bo add what she got to add. Then go ahead, Bo.
I just would like to say that the reason why there are more stay-at-home mothers in the Hispanic households is because they live in multi-generational households a lot of the times, which means that there are more people there contributing to the household, and that's why she's able to stay there and take care of the children. So I just a little context for them, and we don't practice that multi-generational household anymore.
Yeah, well, because you all chose to go to work. You all chose you wanted to go to work. You don't need a man. You threw the man out of the house so you can get some government support and things like that. Or you claim you don't need the man anyway. Also, let's be honest. How many women, let's say even if a man makes all the money in the world, an example is Aisha Curry. Steph Curry is what? 500, maybe $200 million worth, superstar NBA. The wife is complaining that she wants a career. So let's be honest. How many women want to stay home? How many women want to stay home even if the man pays 100% of the bills? Maybe 1%. Most women don't want to stay home even if the man pays all the bills. Even if the man is rich as fuck, they still want to have their own independence by having a career. They don't want to stay home. They want to raise the kids. And once the kids go to school, then they finally want to have a career and do their own thing. So let's stop the bullshit of women want to stay home. They still want to have something going on. That's what they say. So for her to claim, oh, black women cannot afford to be stay-home wives because black men don't make enough and women have to work. Women always want to work. They never want to stay home. And actually, that's one thing even men who make money complain about, that these women don't want to be wives anymore. They want the marriage. They want the wedding so the man can pay their bills, but they want to be able to work and save their own money. We know the saying, your money is our money, my money is my money, as women say it.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what was the purpose of asking her background. What was the purpose of it? Because when somebody sit there and made the statement, I'm not talking to you, Mel.
Because it can.
So again, when somebody made the statement, you need to go answer
you ask me a question.
your no, ma'am, you can't. So somebody
You asked me
made a issue when I said you need to go seek guidance from your father. You got offended. Don't talk about me.
Need to fucking seek guidance.
This is crazy. I just don't understand why we keep.
I don't know why you keep bringing up my dad. I don't know what this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why you want to keep bringing up the G spot.
Well, you keep bringing up no nigga. You
and all that. I mean, I understand.
I understand, man.
I understand, man.
Oh, okay.
You's a bulldog and you defending what you stand on. I got you. Shout out to you and the rest of you.
Don't you have like a funeral to be planning or something? Like you're up there in fucking age and you're the only person that keeps trying to take jabs at me. I don't understand. I don't know why you keep bringing up my dad. You don't know what the fuck I was taught. Clearly, you don't know how to mind your fucking manners. Just stop speaking on shit.
Your daddy didn't teach you much because he's a pastor, but he got a whole goddamn bulldagger for a daughter. You didn't learn nothing from your parents.
Collectively, you guys do not make barely $60,000 a year, proving that you are not providing for households for a fucking wife and kids. You're not. Your wives are working. Your girlfriends are working. Your baby mamas are working. Collectively, billions of dollars are owed in child support. Y'all are not fucking paying to support the households and the baby mamas you create. That's just a fucking fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. It's not
a fact because most of us don't have children.
Fucking fact.
Most of us don't have children, Jazz.
Exactly. Yeah, and most of you also have never been married. 50% of you have never been married.
Yeah, but now you're just moving the goalposts.
Yeah, she keeps changing
children.
It. Now you're just moving the goalposts.
Tell me how that makes sense.
You're just moving the goalposts. If I refute, I want everybody to understand here. Every time I refute a fact, she just moves the goalposts.
I said that when Black women have always worked.
That's a fact. What woman
said? And you said it was a cultural thing, and I disproved it.
It is a Black American
What woman married you? What woman made you an honest woman? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who told you yes?
You can do your own.
I mean, I thought Bo was bad because I know some of you guys, most of you guys are always complaining about Bo. But if Bo is quiet, then clearly there's someone taking her place. Bo is like, oh, you're not gonna blame me today. Look at her. She's minding her own business. But she's making all these claims. But the truth is, y'all have the most student loan debt. So you may talk about Black men having the highest child support debt, but that's because beta baby mamas put men on child support, even if he's a good dad. Not every man on child support he was not being a good father. They use child support to control and manipulate the man and the system.
Is what her last name?
Sorry. You can do your own research. Apparently, it don't matter what the fuck I say. You can go ahead and read it yourself. It's a fact.
So what was the purpose of asking Naomi's?
I was trying to explain that, but I was getting cut off. Apparently, he didn't ask me the question.
Well, can you do it swiftly?
Again, the culture matters because in Puerto Rican households, it is also usually multi-generational, just like Naomi said. I mean, not Naomi, Boheem said. It is that definitely affects it. That pressure to be the person to just carry the anchor is not really there as much.
Okay, so what does that really matter?
Because what the fuck? It proves my point that Black women have always had to work.
All women have worked.
That doesn't even correlate, man. You don't have to work. No, so we'll just break this down very simply. You don't have. We'll break this down very simply. You don't have to work. They choose to be in multi-generational homes. If you choose not to be in a multi-generational home, that doesn't mean that you don't have to work or you have to work. They choose to consolidate. It is a choice. Okay, that is a choice to consolidate, meaning that Black women, also Black families, can choose to consolidate. Exactly. That means they don't. That means so that means
they don't, because Black women want to make money and be independent. Independent of who? Their men. They've been saying this for generations. They've been saying they don't need the man for so long. In songs, in Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, they've been protecting their right to be independent. Why are you acting like as if men just woke up one morning and decided they don't want to provide?
That the idea that they have to work if they have the option to choose to consolidate, means they don't have to work. They can consolidate just like Hispanics do.
What the fuck? You're not making
yes, perfect sense. Definitely confuses you. This is crazy.
Women are underappreciating men's roles, and
you're moving the goalposts
down.
again.
And the reason why men can't be involved the way that we'd like them to is because they work. That was what I was responding to. Black women have always worked, and if they're
All
working
women
and being
work.
involved with their children, so can the fathers. Is my point.
You're throwing things up against the wall, man.
Hey, what up, Vince? You just had to come over here and get some of this bullshit.
Hey, Viz was like, hey, what the hell is going on?
Crazy.
Oh, man. And then, Viz, somebody, if y'all read these super chats, you motherfuckers in the comments ain't shit. And then, Viz, you come up here in a turtleneck, bro. Like, see what you did, bro. Nigga, you was a cold
said,
nigga.
I ain't got no neck.
Listen, all I would do is just say this. I pray to God that nobody ever does me like this in the super chats. The fact that people spend money to roast us is by far got to be one of the nicest things that could ever happen to a panel member. But goddamn,
these
niggas are ruthless.
And just to get back to the video, what the young lady actually did gain from that is the normalization of protection. Because when it came to protection, it was a no-brainer. It was like, absolutely, yes, I do have that from my father. So when she moves on to a man, that is now an expectation. Somebody cannot come below standard of that of her father and expect to be able to get the best of her.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, the truth is, women don't respect their fathers most times because they didn't see the mother respecting their father. So it's gonna be tough. And guys, this is a simple thing for some of you guys who are dating. You're looking for your wife. If you want to know, well, some women know how to go about it. But if you want to know if a woman is going to respect you, just ask about her father, the relationship with her father. I can guarantee you 99% chance if a woman doesn't respect the father, if she says she had no relationship with the father, if she says, the mother was the leader of the house, the breadwinner, that should tell you everything you need to know. The same way the mother respected or disrespected the father is the same way she's going to treat you, because she has never seen her father being respected by a woman, and she didn't have to respect the father. Therefore, she's never going to respect you. I don't care if she has the most amazing stepfather, because this woman was saying she has an amazing stepfather. The stepfather is not her father. I don't care what the stepfather did for her. But if she believes she didn't have a relationship with her biological father, I can guarantee you that woman is going to be the worst thing that ever happened to you. So you got to stay away. I don't care how good looking she is. I don't care how big her booty is. If you're dumb enough to fall for that, I'm telling you, you got everything that's coming for you and you deserve it. You heard it here first. I'm telling you. Anyway, man, let's go to the next video. Shout out to Lapif. Guys, like the video, man. Shout out to you guys for coming into the live stream and supporting your boy. I see Skinny. I saw my man, Real Israel. Things of others. So shout out to you guys who are watching. You can comment down below where you're watching from so I know where you guys are supporting from. Let's go to the next video.